Ayo! So for the whole entire Genshin community at the moment, we have seen the most insane leaks of Genshin history, and a lot of it does have to do with Arlecchino. She has actually been the most hyped character since 4.3, and up to this point right now, the hype was actually worth it. I don't really want to talk a lot here because I have so much information, but if you guys really need help with this video, or your account especially, I will try to help you guys as fast as I can, and that's the only thing I really do. So, to start off with Arlecchino at the moment, I really want to talk about what she comes with, and I definitely also want to talk about her kit. Arlecchino herself plays a big part in the story of Genshin, and her design just looks immaculately insane, which just hypes her up so much. The coolest and very interesting thing about her design is that she also came with a scythe. In other case, that was a very jaw-dropping moment about her, and even at that time, I got so speechless. Obviously, the design is one part of a character, but what does she actually do? Well, let me start off with her elemental skill. Whenever Arlecchino dashes forward, she'll not only be able to do AoE pyro damage, but she will also be applying this very interesting effect named Blood Depth. This effect alone will deal automatic pyro damage every 3 seconds, lasting up to 30 seconds in total. Do note that you can reset this timer doing a simple charge attack, but for every time you recover that timer, Arlecchino will gain something called Bond of Life that is equal to 20% of her maximum HP. To sum this part really quickly, a Bond of Life is basically negating you from getting HP back, but since this is only 20% of her maximum HP, only that much will actually be negated. Her elemental burst uses the effects of Bond of Life, but to fully use it at its potential, you need the uses of her skill. You see, her elemental skill inflicts something called Eclipse Bloodfire, which marks all nearby enemies whenever she does her AoE damage. This will show as a very big X on the enemy, but that's where her cool elemental burst comes in place. She will deal a big number of damage whenever she uses it, and will have a Bond of Life effect stacking up to 35% of her HP. Another thing that I heard about her Bond of Life is that it might stack up to 70%, which I do believe could be true, but unless it's settled fully, there's not really a point talking about it right now. Lastly, to add on with her elemental burst, whenever Arlecchino's Bond of Life is equal to 30% of her maximum HP, she will gain a 40% pyro damage buff that will go mainly towards her charged, normal, and plunging attacks. I think just reading that will probably put her at a main DPS standpoint, and some even speculated that she might be better than Hu Tao. I mean, come on, who does not want Arlecchino with a scythe? To move on with Arlecchino, there has been constant leaks about how her boss fight's gonna go, and a very insane leak said that you cannot heal in her domain. Now, come on, that is just absolutely crazy, and at that point, I would just try building Zhongli. But obviously, I don't have him, and I've lost him 4 damn times. At the start, I did say that she plays a big part in the story, but I realized the significance within it. She is determined to be the hardest boss you can ever fight, with the add-on of her other form. In short form, she is just deadly. That's it. Another very big thing about Arlecchino is that you might need to pay attention to her HP, considering that you cannot heal in general, but that is the equivalent fighting style of Hu Tao. Lastly, to cover up just very small things about 4.6, there will be a final expansion for Fontaine, which includes Arlecchino mainly, and there will be a very big change going towards the Chronicled banner. I've heard that the main character featured inside of it is going to be Hu Tao, with the other characters of Shenhe, Ganyu, and Child at most. Oh yeah, one more thing I forgot to add into this video is that C6 Bennett is actually very worth it whenever she comes along, which might make this a very worth constellation. Wow. That is just beautiful. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, or maybe even comment anything on this video. If you guys need help with your account, or maybe even this video especially, I will try to respond as fast as I can, and that's the only thing I really do. Sxyrax out. Bye bye.